Listen, man, I've been here for the wins, and I'll be here for the losses too, man. This is coming right after Game 4. The Boston Celtics lost 122-84, a blowout. And not only just a blowout, but I'm going to keep it a stack, a historic blowout. I just read an article before I came on here that said that this is the third largest blowout in finals history, next to, I believe, like a Jazz Bulls game in the 90s. And then the Celtics when they won in Game 6 in 08. Before y'all Laker fans started. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, third was the Boston Celtics tonight. And I'm gonna just cut straight to it, man. Ass whooping. Belt to butt, if I'm trying to get monetized in the first minute of this video. Just a horrible game. Just a horrible game. No excuses. I think we didn't come out with the right energy. And the Mavericks did, period, point blank. This was a game where Luka Doncic was effective on both sides of the court, right? 29 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. He had 3 steals. He shot 46% from the field, still 0-8 from 3. So he was still struggling from 3. Was 5-7 from the line, so he only missed a pair of free throws. And again, defensively, you know, I think for the last 36 hours, 48 hours, Luka Doncic has been getting criticized a lot by his defense. And he stepped up. So we got to give credit when credit is due. Now, we'll say this kind of proves the people who were, you know, criticizing Luka right a little bit in terms of, yeah, he can play better. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this isn't a Luka is just incapable of playing defense. Like no, Luka can play better defense. And I saw that today. You know what I'm saying? He was playing better help defense. He was even protecting the rim a little bit. Like, Luka was great defense. Nah, great is crazy. But he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad defensively. You know what I'm saying? And it was enough to give him props. Kyrie Irving, 21 points on 56% shooting from the field. He was still 1 of 6 from 3, so he's still struggling there. And he didn't get to the line once, but he had 6 assists along with it, along with 4 rebounds. And I think the star of the show today was the role players. The star of the show today was the role players, because in games 1 and 2, they didn't really show up. In game 3, Kyrie showed up, but Luka probably had his worst game of the series, and everyone else still didn't show up. Now, again, there are schematics as to why, and schematical reasons, personnel reasons as to why they didn't show up. It wasn't just a matter of them missing wide open shots. But, you know, the key pieces that were supposed to be more impactful for this team showed up. More specifically, I think the player of the game was Derek Lively, bro. Shout out Derek Lively. I don't got the second chance points in front of me. Maybe they're in this chart right here. Yeah, second chance points. The Dallas Mavericks had 16 points compared to Boston's 2. They also had 60 points in the paint compared to Boston's 26, right? And a really, really big part of that was Derek Lively crashing the offensive glass, because he had 7 offensive rebounds compared to 5. He had 12 rebounds for the game as a whole. He had 11 points. I understand he only took 5 shots, bro, but he also made a 3. That's when I knew, like, oh, this at the very least, this is going to be a long night. It's going to be a long... Derek Lively, that was the same as the Xavier Tillman 3 in game 3. Yeah, Derek Lively made a 3, was very impactful today, and the rebounding from the Dallas Mavericks was just amazing. The Dallas Mavericks in this game had 52 total rebounds compared to the Boston Celtics, who had 31. We got out-rebounded by 20, y'all. We got out-rebounded by 20, and then on the offensive glass, it was 13-4. So 9 more offensive rebounds. And the reason why I want to highlight that is because not only in this game, but I think when I was watching the Minnesota Timberwolves in these playoffs as well, when I was watching even women's college basketball, the offensive rebounding, if that's an aspect of your team that you can have, it can truly bail you out. And what I mean by that is, when your offense is stagnant, when your offense is being game planned for the way that Dallas's offense is being game planned for, it allows your margin of error to be much larger than what it is. Because even if you make an error, Even if you make a mistake, you could just have another shot at it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's such an important thing that Derek Lively can bring to the game, that a Daniel Gafford can bring to the game. Hell, Kyrie even had an offensive rebound. And I truly think that specifically was a really big reason as to why the Dallas Mavericks won this game. You know, I don't want to say that. I'll say it. They wanted it more, bro. They came out there playing with pride. They came out there saying, yo, we're not about to get swept, bro. We are not about to go home and get blown out and have a championship won on our home court and get swept, bro. Like, that's not fucking happening. And the whole team played with that attitude. The whole team played with that attitude from 1 to 10. Because even when Joe Mazzulla threw in the white flag and we were getting more Dante Exum minutes, Jaden Hardy was on the court more. Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway Jr. literally made 4 fucking threes in a row, bro. It might have been 5, actually, bro. When you look up the definition of a front runner, it is actually Tim Hardaway, bro. Like, it's actually crazy, bro. Because this motherfucker came into the game with the game already over, bro. Up 40 and just drained 4 threes in a row. You know what I'm saying? Dante Exum was 4-7 from the field. This is what I've been saying about the Dallas Mavericks, bro. Is that, and this is why also, to me, the conversation about Luka not having help was so, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, because I understand, like, we was watching the same basketball going into these finals, bro. Luka had help. When you're constructing a team around Luka, this is the team that you build. In a heliocentric offense, this is the team that you build. And the role players showed up today. They wanted it more. They were the loose balls. I don't know if there's a stat for that, but the little loose balls that, you know what I'm saying, that didn't go to Celtics' way. You know, they were boxing out more aggressively today, being more physical. Like the Dallas Mavericks, I gotta tip my beanie to them because they just played phenomenal basketball, bro. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. So shout out to the Dallas Mavericks. They played with pride, they played with hunger, and they're pushing this one to Game 5. You know, the season is not over for them. Over on Boston side, played like shit. Well, to some of y'all, played like shit, bro. Jaylen Brown, 3 of 12 from the field. 1 of 5 from 3. That's not gonna cut it, bro. That's not gonna cut it. Jason Tatum, 4 of 10. He had 3 assists. He had 5 rebounds. He had 2 blocks and a steal. I think it's just the fact that the blowout happened so quickly that, you know what I'm saying, his stat line is the way that it is, but he still didn't play well enough, bro. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? In those early minutes where, you know, you can make a play or get a couple of buckets to stop a run, Jason Tatum still didn't show up. So I'm not about to throw him any bail, to be honest with you. The whole team played like shit. The only person on this team that I could legitimately say, oh, okay, like, you played pretty decent with Sam Hauser. Sam Hauser was 5 of 7 from the field. He was 4 of 6 from 3. But everyone else played like shit. You know, Derek White was 2 of 8, all from threes, and just brick, like, he had some crazy bricks, y'all. Like, we talking about air balls, like multiple air balls, side of the, like, hard side of the rim. It was just bad, bro. It was just bad. Drew had a good little stretch, I think, in the third quarter, but that shit got shut down real quick by, like, back-to-back Derek Lively dunks. Drew Holiday wasn't effective as well. I think the Dallas Mavericks did a really good job of, honestly, just forcing Drew Holiday to cook him. You know, I'm kind of surprised he didn't go to this game plan a little bit earlier on to the series. And I think the Celtics just found better ways of not letting that happen. But the Dallas Mavericks forced the Boston Celtics to kind of run their offense through Drew Holiday. And I've been saying this about Drew this whole time. Like, Drew Holiday is great as that 3rd, 4th, 5th dude. But if you force him to be your second option or your primary playmaker, like, that's just not Drew's game in 2024. You know what I'm saying? So Drew kind of got exposed there. Al Horford wasn't really impactful as well. I really think, like, the physicality that Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford brought to the game was really, really big tonight because Al Horford was just not a factor. He had 4 assists. He hit a 3, but 3 rebounds from his starting center. He was just getting out physicaled out there, which is understandable because he's fucking 38, 39. But, you know, this is exactly what people were talking about in terms of Kristaps Porzingis being an X factor, because that big man rotation going from Kristaps playing those minutes to Al Horford, or even vice versa, like in the first two games, going from Al Horford to Kristaps to now Al Horford is starting. Now you're going into Xavier Tillman, which was a pretty big unknown going into the series. Like, it just wasn't good, bro. It just wasn't good. And Peyton Pritchard, man, Jesus Christ, what is Peyton Pritchard doing, bro? I had a tweet that went semi-viral today talking about Peyton Pritchard. It was just I noticed it last game, but I don't know if y'all know this. Peyton Pritchard was 1 of 13 going into this game. Through 3 games was 1 of 13. The only shot he hit was a half-court buzzer beater. Now, in that game, was that half-court buzzer beater a big shot? Absolutely. But Peyton Pritchard was 1 of 13 in the NBA Finals. He was playing solid defense. You know what I'm saying? He was still providing spacing. He wasn't playing scary out there, obviously, which I would rather him, you know, not play scary and just take the shots than, you know, actually play scary. But Peyton Pritchard was 1 of 13 in this game. Going into this game, and I'm going to go up until the third quarter, because the third quarter was really when we threw in the towel. But in the first half, Peyton Pritchard was 0 of 3. And then in the second half, Peyton Pritchard was 5 of 11, but I believe in the third quarter, he was 1 of 2. Fourth quarter, I think the Celtics just threw in the towel. But long story short, man, I don't care about these stats. I watched the fucking game with my own 2 eyes on playback. Peyton Pritchard was cheeks this game. And if he's going to be our backup point guard, he needs to play better. At the very least, hit your threes, bro. At the very least, hit your threes. If you're not going to be this pace setter, on-ball creator, I'm honestly not expecting that much defensively as well from you. The least I need you to be is hit your threes. And for him to be 1 of 6, let me look at what he's shooting so far in this series. And mind you, I don't want to spend too much time on Peyton Pritchard because he is at the end of the day a role player, but I just want to look this up. Yeah, Peyton Pritchard in this series has shot 1 of 9 from 3. So after this game, he's 2 of 15 from the series. Peyton Pritchard just has to be better, bro. He just has to be better. Jason Tatum, you have to be better as well. I'm sorry, bro. We are 4 games into the series, and you've had 2 inefficient games in the first 2 games where you still affected the game in other areas. But, okay, like, oh my God, I get it. You know, he's affecting the game in other areas, but Jesus Christ. This motherfucker's supposed to be a 30-point per game scorer. This is what he's going to play super max dollars to do. And, geez, like, I can only give you so much for making the right decisions and taking the right shots. At some point, bro, shit got to fall, bro. Shit got to go into the fucking net. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like the Riley Freeman clip from Boondocks, bro. Like, you can get the look, you can cross me up all you fucking want, but if you're not finishing, bro, like, what does it mean? What does it mean? You know? So that was the first 2 games, and then in game 3, really solid first half. But in the second half of that game was horrific. He had 1 clutch bucket in that game. So again, I'm gonna give him credit when credit is due. But yeah, in the first half, Jason Tatum was 20 points on 7 of 15. And then in the second half, 11 points on 4 of 11. In the fourth quarter was 1 of 5 from the field. Like, JT, come on, bro. Come on. We gotta do better. The best player on the team, whatever, he has to play better. For everyone trying, like, that's been telling me to hold him accountable, this is it. I hold my players accountable. JB, you gotta play better. You know? So, you know, I'm holding the team accountable, but my prediction is going to stay the way that it is. It was Celtics in 5. I expected to make adjustments going into game 5. honestly, I expect them to be a little bit more aggressive with Kristaps Porzingis and bringing him into the fold. I really do think this game was a fuck it. If we can win without Kristaps, let's win without Kristaps. But now that their paint presence, because again, points in the paint. Look at the difference, y'all. Points in the paint. 60-26. Something got to change. And I think having our best rim protector out and back in would be a pretty big adjustment. And also, the offense kind of got just stagnant at times. Became a little bit too iso ball. Having that extra layer in there of a mid-post presence, if Kristaps Porzingis can provide that to some degree, would be fucking amazing. You know, so I would hope that the Boston Celtics be a little bit more aggressive with Kristaps, because, again, we are in the parity era, and I understand this team is locked in for a couple of years, but this is a series, especially up 3-0. You do not take for granted. You do not play with your food. Get the job fucking done, bro. Get the job done. Please, for the love of God, get the job done. Oh my goodness. Celtics in 5 is going to be the 16th anniversary of 2008. Going to be back in the Garden, and I will be here. I should be unbanned on Twitch by then, but regardless, we're going to be on playback with it at the very least. And, you know, for the Celtics haters out there, for the motherfuckers who's been horny for a Celtics pack, here you go. Fucking enjoy it. I kind of miss this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been like, what, 30 days since we lost? Like, I said this on Twitter, like, I knew it wasn't going to be this fucking easy. No way, bro. No way it was going to be this easy. Nah, bro. Can't be. Celtics always got to make it hard for some reason. Pause. But with that being said, it's Celtics in 5. I'm here. I'm not front running. I've been here the whole time, through the wins, through the losses. Fuck out of here with that front running shit too, bro. Not me. Not me. Not me. No, sir. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Probably tomorrow. Peace.